Alrighty, this is how I stack copper, and I'm going to tell you why, too. And it may not be for the reason you think, or it may be, who knows. Andres Garza, last video, by 1 second. Hit the like for some good luck today. I think it'll work. Let me know if it did in the comments below. These Ikes contain over 1/3 of an ounce of copper. So 3 of them, and you have a little over an ounce. Did you know that? I brought some gold just because. It's fun to look at. The price is making me worry about how much my 5th Centenario is going to cost. Nevertheless, I set aside $125 a week. The Mexican 50 pesos are 10% copper. They qualify to be here today. If you've been following the channel, friendo, you know I buy nickels or exchange fiat for them. You might be saying to the screen, nickels are fiat. I don't think they are. I think they're money. I will even go as far to infer that they are likely the only money in the banks. You see, when you cash in 2 of your promissory notes for a roll of nickels, you get $2 worth of material in return. That's because the melt value of a nickel is 5 cents. 5.37646 cents if you want to be technical. Let's compare that to anything else we could exchange at the bank. I'll run through it quick. It's all disappointing. Let's start with a dime. The melt value of a modern Roosevelt dime is 2 cents. How about a quarter? The quarter melt value is a little over 5 cents. Its melt value is just a smidgen over a nickel today. Did you know some days the melt value of a nickel is higher than the quarter? That's kind of crazy, right? You see, while quarters have more copper than a nickel has more nickel than a quarter. And nickel is worth more than copper. I know, this seems like a lot of hassle over pittance, but a healthy body is made of healthy individual cells. So I'm thinking possibly these deranged change values could be an indicator that our money is sick. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I hope you hit that like button. This is work. I'll continue with some of the other coinage melt values. How about a modern half dollar? They're chunky. The melt value is 11 cents. I even rounded up a little. Oh, how about those presidential dollars and Sacagawea dollars? You know, the gold ones? How much do you think their melt value is? 7 cents. And again, I had to round up. Well, if you're curious where I'm getting these melt values, coinflation.com. I've been going to that site for years. Fascinating stuff. And they have the melt value of older coins as well. So if you want to see the current melt value of a silver quarter or dime, halves, dollars, whatever, it's there. I don't think the site's dead. I'm not sure. The information on quarters only went up to 2014. And I know that they're making smaller quarters today, I think. At least they seem smaller to me. That's right, I have quarters on my mind. Why is that, you say? You see, the El Banco likes to play tug-of-war with these nickels. I can't just go in and buy a box. And that's with a business account. If you're out there and you stack nickels too, let me know if you have that difficulty as well. If I can't get these nickels fast enough, I only want like $20 a week. By the way, it's not a lot. But if I can't keep up with that demand, I'm thinking I may pick up some quarters. All right, so now he's buying quarters and saving them. This is getting ridiculous. Let me tell you why I'm doing any of this to begin with. So right now, why do you think I'm doing it? Take a second, pause this, and put it in the comments. I think there may be even more benefits than I'm aware of, so I'm going to data mine you a bit. And yeah, whilst getting an algo boost. In fact, if nothing comes to your mind, you can still participate and leave some algo food below. Try to keep it healthy, all right? Whole foods will be much appreciated. And while we're at it, hit all the buttons you can, friendo. And thank you. You're going to help a lot of people by growing this community, myself included. There is honor, not guilt, expanding the no-shill zone. No sponsors will ever be accepted that could make my commentary biased. And if you're a stacking content creator, I implore you to take the same vow. And together, we can take back the stack. All right, so what have I learned this morning? These Eisenhower dollars, modern quarters, dimes, and half dollars, they all have a common theme. Their face values are roughly 5 times as much as their material value. In stacking terms, you can see it as a 400% premium. On the base metal, that is, but since you can simply redeem these for goods and services at cost anytime, you can get your premium back right away. Now, there is a time cost due to the labor intensity of managing large amounts of low denomination change. But I actually look at the arduousness of the consolidation for expenditures of this heavy mass as a benefit. It's unlikely I'll use it for impulse purchasing, but I would use it for financial emergencies. And if I should never need to use it, how nice would that be? Its intrinsic value should stand the test of time, at least better than cash. Maybe our change is healthy, except for the outliers. There's the very positive outlier, the nickel, which can still be obtained for a negative premium. And the other outlier is those gold dollar coins, which only have a melt value of 7 cents. One could still make the argument they're better than their flimsy fiat counterparts, but I'd still much rather have the folding paper or some other coinage instead. So these partly copper coins lie on the fringe of both my metal stack and my cash stores. If you're new to the channel, I'm filling 5-gallon water bottles and putting one in each room of my home. I find it pleasant for the feng shui, and I gotta spread them out as to not compromise the integrity of my floors. Yeah, they're pretty heavy. Now, I'm sure you may see this as a waste of time, friendo, but you gotta remember, I'm merely upper poor, and I don't have a whole lot of expenses. My pillars of coinage are part of my preps. And they give me peace of mind. Thousands of dollars just on standby in case there's an emergency one day. Not a bug-out emergency, obviously. But again, if there isn't one, they will hold their value. I just picked all these pumpkins. I thought you'd like to see them. Don't they look pretty nice? Look, they're so different from one another. It looks like Europe. I didn't pick these. I was just leaving the grocery store, so I figured, hey, you know what? I'll record them. Oh, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel, all right? If you want more, I don't see why you wouldn't. And hit all those buttons for me, friendo, because that's it. That is it! Thousandaire Radio, wicked job. Gorgeous.